is I want to talk about greens. Yes, Danny, I will talk briefly about greens. They're apparently reformulating the greens. I have no idea why, but oh, it's okay, Heidi. You can, we'll celebrate you guys for those January numbers. That's awesome. No worries, Heidi. Don't even worry about it. We're proud of you for your numbers. See, Danny Leverson and Heidi Fish's teams don't show up on my reports, so I have to ask them for them. I asked her like 10 minutes before, so we're proud of you guys for what you did for January. But greens, they're coming back in March with a reformulation. So I don't entirely know what that means. I don't know if Dr. Plant had something new he wanted to do, but they are out, but they're coming back. Yes. Thank you, Danny, for that question. Okay, so what I really wanted to talk about today is the importance of personal development and why it is like, why do we even do this? Like, why do we do mindset stuff? Why do we care to feed our brains every day, right? It's the whole formula is mindset, skills, and action equals success. That's the formula that we have been teaching and training now for a while. And it really, I mean, it really does work. I don't know if there's anything other than mindset, skills, and action that you need to do. I think everything kind of fits into one of those categories. The reason that mindset, because the boom is going to be so focused on skills and action, skills and action, skills and action. We're going to be doing things. We're going to be putting it into action. The reason it's so important is because who you are being in the journey matters so much more than just what you are doing. You can have, I don't know what Jake's doing. You can have, you know, all of your ducks in a row. You can have the perfect language. Yes, Beth, it's not due till next Sunday, so absolutely. You can have the perfect language. You can have all the flowery words. You can have the script, right? But if you are not being someone who has the qualities that you are looking for in a business partner or in a customer, quite frankly, it's going to be much harder to attract those people in. So I want you guys to just throw in the chat real quick, what types, what qualities, how do you want your business to feel? Things that you would like your business to feel. Put it in the chat. Like, I would like my business to, yes, ease, good, Teresa, fun, joy, fun, Danny, yes, productive, encouraging, simple, light, excitement, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so good. Supportive, worthwhile, growing, all, okay, so here's the secret, you guys, fulfilling. We can't have any of that until we are being that. We cannot have any of that until we are being that. We cannot attract that if we are not that. Okay, and I have seen people really try and really follow the system and really put in the time and really give it the elbow grease and the effort and show up. But if that person the whole time is a Debbie Downer, or everything feels really heavy, or everything is really from a negative or a skeptical, or this will, you know, this sort of an attitude, it never works. Even if they're putting in all the steps in the system and everything that it takes, you know, it doesn't work. And I mean, this woman here, Danny Leverson, she has, it's crazy, you guys. She's crushing it. She's absolutely crushing it. And she's never been this, or she's always been positive. She's always been, you know, light and joyful and freaking consistent the whole time I've seen her. But if you just saw, she's at the top of the Leader in Action board. She has 9, 10 consultants right now with a slight technicality waiting for a person to move sides. And, you know, gonna be executive soon enough. And I've just seen this in her: ease, joy, positivity, happiness. She's like, it finally just clicked for me. You know, she's been doing the skills and the mechanics this whole time, you know, but to actually take on, and I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Like, I go through time, I'm not, and maybe you all know this about me, like, I can be kind of serious sometimes. I can be kind of like a worrier, or I can be kind of like go down this hole of like negativity in my head, or I can come from like a lack mindset because I grew up in a very frugal family with a whole lot of lack, like a whole lot of lack. And in those times, I'm very fortunate to have a husband who will pull me out, and he will be like, Allison, your attitude is SHIT right now, just, about certain aspects. Like, we all have the parts that we feel we rock at, and then we all have the parts that we feel like we go in these holes about. And so those are the times when I need to feed my brain, because guess what? Our brains it's a muscle, just as, and Molly could tell us all about this, right? Just as if we stop working out, our muscles are going to atrophy, our muscles are going to weaken, our muscles are not going to do what we need them to do. In that exact same way, if we don't work on our mind is going to weaken. Our mind is going to relax, and it's going to get lazy. And we're going to go back to those old tapes or old stories or, negative thoughts, right? And limiting thoughts. Exactly, Teresa. Exactly. And so I really can, if I can urge you to do anything, especially as we enter the business boom, especially as we're in like a time when Isagenix is literally going like this, especially in a time when people are, having new conversations and 2.0 is here, but like barely even scratched the surface. If you can do anything, if you do nothing else, work on your mindset and then take the action steps that we have over the next 6-7 weeks for you guys, because it's gonna be, it's, and the pandemic, I know it hit people. I know COVID, it's still hitting, right? It's not over. Just because the clock flipped to 2021 doesn't mean that it's over. But I do feel like, at least our kids are back in school. I know some people are getting vaccinated, or they're coming out of it from like, they're managing through. I really, truly believe that the more that you can control what it is that you're doing and what you're feeding your brain with, and, part of that is who you're allowing into your space too. If you're following someone on social media and their stuff is triggering for you, mute them or unfollow briefly, or just stopping on their stuff. Heidi and I have talked about this. If you don't watch their stories and you scroll past them real quick, the media gods know not to show them to you anymore. Like, if you stop on them and leave it there, they know to keep showing their stuff to you. So you do have a choice. Feel free to unfollow and unfriend for sure. If my stuff is triggering to you, please unfollow. No big deal. I truly, I want your success at levels that you don't even understand. I really do. I want your success at levels that you don't even understand. And so just know that, as we go into this boom, everything we are putting together is very intentional, and it will go so much better with better results and better success and, really better actions. Your actions will come from a place of all of those feelings that you guys just put in the chat. Molly could talk about this too. She could for sure talk about the energy of her feed. I have had times lately even, I don't know if any of you have thought of this idea, but I have thought, gosh, it'd be cool to start over on Instagram and literally unfollow all the 3,000 people that I follow and just rebuild it from zero. I've thought about that. It would be pretty cool to just say, you know what, I'm just gonna take everyone away. Yeah, you can mute them. Exactly. But, and then just rebuild back with just the people that I want to see, so really and I'm going to pull it up in a minute here, but I was on Kelly's Power Hour today. If you want time with Kelly Dickerhoof and you're free on Mondays at 1 p.m. Central Time, she goes on for an hour every week. It's the time, it's work time with Kelly. So just know if 1 p.m. on Mondays work for you, you can go on, you can get goodness from her. Today she did 30 minutes, most weeks she does an hour, but you really get to know her more intimately. You get to kind of see her workflow for the week, what's on her mind. Today she talked about affirmations. She talked about, she's I literally, and she's very religious, she's very spiritual. If that's not your jam, she even says it's okay if it's not your jam, but she's her prayer, which could be a vibration or a attraction or an intention or an affirmation, is really for all of us. She says, I want my team to feel like they have influence, be of high and positive energy, be feel that they are liked and attracting good people in. And personal development helps with all of that stuff. It really does. So, and then I want you to also think of the people that you see that you look at them and you're like, how are they succeeding at this? Like, they don't have anything more special than I do, and they just enrolled like 38 people last month. Or they just like hit executive with ease. Like, we all have those people where you're like, what the heck are they doing? I promise you, for a lot of, they're putting in the action steps, but then a big piece of it is that they have this mindset and expectation that they're going to succeed. They expect it. They expect success. They expect the yeses. They're doing the steps with the mindset attached. And so you can grow your mindset. I want you to feel empowered to grow your mindset. And I want you to feel empowered that, you know, as you put in the steps and you work on the muscle of your mind, that things are going to start to fall into place. It's very eerie how once you kind of start to do it, you affirm it, you add, you know, I just put up new phrases, new things right on my mirror today. When Kelly was talking about affirmations, I put some stuff up. It really will pan out and play out for you. So the last thing I really want to do, I want to go over to this, I'm going to share screen. Yes, you guys are awesome. Share screen. We're going to go to Leaders Rise here. Okay. So in this group, and I created this a long time ago, but I did just put it into announcements right here, and I've totally combed it and tweaked it for you guys. Best book and podcast recommendations. I want you guys to tag anyone on your team in here that's doing the boom or that's growing with you. Send it to them, tell them about it. You know, you could also always, if you click on files here, you know, the search bar is my friend. So if you don't see it there, you can always click on files and then type right here, book, right? It's going to pop right to the top for you. But I put it there, I put it here for you guys right under announcements. So this list is very comprehensive. Very, very, very comprehensive. I want you guys to pick one to start with during the boom. And I'm going to start a thread, and I want you guys to comment in the thread, what is the thing you're going to specifically start to read? Or if it's a podcast that you're committed to, I'm cool. That's totally cool. Like, whatever it is for you, that's great. So up here, these are all really good books for mindset, kind of the stuff I'm talking about, and habits. Okay, so if you need to get really good on your habits, which bleeds right, just your daily operating procedures and your mindset, how you think and how you act. If you want a specific network marketing book, go here. If you're like, I'm new to this, I want a book on it, like, these are great places to start, okay? And then money and finance. If you feel like your money mindset is poor, or you came in with, you know, the lack mentality, or you've never made more, if you have aspirations to make X amount, $80,000, and you've never made more than $50,000 a year in your life, maybe it, you know, there's a gap there where you're like, okay, I got to focus on my money mindset. And I would really take a peek at, especially the first like 2 or 3 that I listed in each category are like the ones. Okay. So leadership, this book, I mean, this, you guys, I swear, if you have not read, I have it by me all the time. This is like, it's so underrated. And I truly believe this book is like how to do network marketing. I really do. It's like one of his old ones. You can't get it on audio. It's old, but it's like, you can even tell the cover looks old, but I've like highlighted it and it's so good. It's the first one I listed here. And then, I mean, his other ones are so great. All of these are good, you guys, so good. Selling, if you're like, I'm not good at sales, or I don't know about sales, or I'm struggling with the concept of selling, pick one of those. If you want to get into the law of attraction, manifesting, you know, what I think about, I bring about, like, also true. This one right here, Jake's mom, probably a decade before we started Isagenix, probably when we first started dating, his mom sat us down and had us watch the video, the movie of The Secret. I mean, this was way before we got into any of this stuff. And she was like, guys, I want you to watch this. It's changing my life. It's about vision boards. It's about, you know, what your thoughts bring about your reality. If you want to get into that, Joe Dispenza is amazing for that. Then goals, if you're very specific on goals, this is about goals with soul. This one is all about branding and how to really create a story and a brand around yourself. Or, I mean, these are really great reads too about like building your own confidence and self-belief and kind of that self-love journey that you're going on. And then I listed podcasts here. And I do want to pause and give you guys a chance to add anything, and I'll add them. I will add them to the list. If you have read something and I trust you guys, you'll bring good ones that are really good from the standpoint of any of these categories, or obviously I can create like new categories like these. But these podcasts, I will tell you, Isagenix official podcasts, they bring, it's like you can, spend some time folding laundry, listening to, a ton of the different, Lynn Hagedorn or Susan Sly or Laura Stevens or any of the people that you follow, they do the podcast. Lessons in Leadership. I had this one under network marketing, but Michael Klaus, he's speaking to their team, our team, the bigger team. He's saying when you become an Isagenix associate, like he's talking step by step by step on the episodes. If you want a podcast specific here, or, then that's okay too. Like your virtual upline, Bob Heilig. I wouldn't put just any network marketing one here. Bob Heilig builds with love and service and happiness. I really do believe in him. And then Business, Money, and Success. I know a lot of people here already listen to Gretchen's. And then these are the other good ones that I would recommend. Okay. I really would. So I can add any others, but I'm going to pause. If any of you have read or you're like, oh yeah, that one for sure is amazing. And then I also, right before I pause, how? I know we are all so busy. I know everyone has a million competing priorities. The best thing you can do, if you can sit down and you can read and you can underline and you can take notes and you can focus yourself, of course, that's the best. But if that is going to deter you from picking and reading and feeding your brain every day, do it when you're doing something else. Do it when you're, I will put something on in the background when I'm cooking or doing the dishes. Jake's gonna laugh because he'll say I don't do the dishes. Or doing the laundry. Jake would also do it when he's doing the laundry. Or when I'm showering, right? That's a great place. Or when you're driving. Yes, Heidi, exactly. And I still, I'll go to the chiropractor once a week. That's up in Eden Prairie. I can definitely fit in 45 minutes, round trip. But that's called it's called something like net time. Like it's just net. It's not adding time. It's just, you're already spending the time. So how can you make sure that you're using that time on some of these things? Okay. Daily Mind Medicine. Teresa, what's that?
It's a new podcast that I actually started listening to, and it's like a quick 5-minute blurb where it's just like getting the point across super quick. Wow. I really enjoyed it for people that just need a quick 5 minutes while walking the dog or when you're getting up and making your coffee, just a quick 5 minutes. Usually I'll listen to something else too later in the day, but it's kind of quick and easy.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. No, I love that. That's great. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to write that one down. I'll put that on the list. The Media Gods. Yes. What else did we, okay. So Molly, I don't even know what you're saying. Went to everyone. It's fine. It's fine. No one cares. Everyone cares and no one cares. You're fine being yourself. Breaking the habit of being yourself. Just what I just said. Heidi, cool. You just started it. Molly, reading the Desire Map. Drew, I have heard good things about that one. Okay. Anything else anyone has to add? Questions, comments? The form for the opt-in it's out. Really, you can just join by next Monday night. We'll just make a huge list, send it to your peeps, tag your peeps, but really a personal one-on-one invitation is always way more effective to have them join us. It's going to be great. Okay. I think that's all we have. I'm going to play the Happier song and you guys can go out to that, the Ed Sheeran one. I have no idea what it is, but we're going to listen. Have a good week, you guys. Wrong one. There we go. This will put you to sleep.
Whoa. walking down 29th and Park. I saw you in another's arms. Only a month we've been apart. You look happier. Saw you walk inside a bar. You said something to make you laugh. I saw that both your smiles were twice as wide as ours. Yeah, you look happier, you do. Ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you. But ain't nobody love you like I do. Promise that I will not take it personal, baby, if you're moving on with someone new. 'Cause baby, you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too. And until then I'll smile and hide the truth that I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Sat in the corner of the room. Everything's reminding me of you. Nursing an empty bottle and telling myself you're happier, aren't you? But ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you. But ain't nobody need you like I do. I know that there's others that deserve you. But my darling, I am still in love with you. But I guess you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too. I could try to smile, hide the truth. I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Baby, you look happier, you do. I knew one day you'd fall for someone new. But if he breaks your heart like lovers do, just know that I'll be waiting here for you.
I loved that. Okay, good night, everyone. Love you all.